If you want to be bullish, sure, the unemployment rate did drop from 7% to 6.7%, the lowest it's been in 5 years. If you want to be bearish, though, only 74,000 new jobs were created, way below the 200,000 that many were expecting. You might ask, how could this be? A big drop in the rate and so few jobs added. I've got 3 words for you: labor participation rate. You see, that stands at 62.8%. Fewer and fewer folks are actually looking for work. All right, enough from me. Let's bring in our psychoeconomic team of Bernstein and Marisi. And Jared, when we're looking at these numbers, do you think we should be more worried about the unemployment rate or about the labor participation rate?
I would say the labor participation rate. It is uniquely depressed, and that's not just a monthly result. The 74,000 on the payroll side, that's a pretty anomalous number. Most economists believe, and I'm one of them, that number will be revised up as the Bureau gets better information. But the trend in declining labor force participation has been a very long-term one, and it biases the unemployment rate down. That 6.7 really isn't as good news as it sounds. It doesn't mean people are getting jobs. It means more people are leaving the labor force, and that does long-term damage to the underlying growth rate of the economy.
Well, and Peter, I mean, the leading indicators of a strong and growing economy, I mean, those all prove that the numbers seem to be somewhat off. You look at the GDP, car sales, construction growth, and it seems that doesn't necessarily mean more jobs, because industries have been forced to obviously be more efficient, doing more with less. So in your mind, how alarmed should we really be when we look at the participation rate, which is, by the way, the lowest it's been in 36 years?
Well, I think we should look at it very seriously. If you factor in all those discouraged people and you add in the part-timers that say they want full-time work, the unemployment rate's 13%. But not all the leading indicators are positive. I'll give you a good example. Car sales were way down in December. Also, the sales, the holiday sales of the stores at the low end, the dollar stores and so forth, were very, very poor, indicating that people near the bottom are very, very stressed. They're not finding work. They're not getting enough hours and things of that nature. The number of hours people worked also went down. The wage rate was virtually flat. So there's stuff there to be concerned about. It's not as terrible as it looks, but let's not blow it off.
I mean, a number in the report that I haven't heard anyone talk about yet today, 2.5% of the labor force is long-term unemployed. They've been out of work for at least 6 months. Historically, when we've had that many long-term unemployed people, Congress has extended those benefits. It's bad on the micro level because clearly there's some job issues out there for people trying to get jobs, and it hurts on the macro level, as your chart suggests.